Our opponent has turn 2 Dryad. How cute. How cute. I ain't no coward, though. We are not playing around Force of Vigor. Get out of here. Hello and welcome, guys. We are here for the 5th and final match with the list that you see on screen. We are currently 3-1, so 4-1 hype, maybe. If we go in 3-2, obviously, I'm perfectly happy with that result. Being able to go infinite, so to speak, getting a full league value plus a little bit on top is perfect for me because it lets me make content for you guys at no cost to myself, and that's just great for everybody involved. If you haven't seen any of the previous matches, I highly suggest that you do, especially match 1 with the deck tech and all of the details. And like I say all the time, let's just hop straight into this match. Alrighty, let's hop in here for the match. What is the final pairing? Playing against Bob49. Of course, we're on the play. Love to see that. Opponent says, good luck, have fun. I will say, you too. And we have a turn 1 Amulet. I guess a turn 1 Saga hand is actually not bad here. And the map is looking like it could be quite relevant for this hand, actually, finding our bounce land, which is great news. We essentially have triple Amulet here. I mean, obviously, we're going to keep this. This seems like a hand that has the potential to just go nuts. We're playing turn 1 Amulet, I think, in case we top deck a bounce land, so we can play turn 2 Dryad. Otherwise, we'll play turn 2 Amulet plus map, turn 3 Float, crack, get a 3rd Amulet, sack the map, and all kinds of stuff. Opponent says, I approve of that start. Oh, is our opponent an Amulet gamer too? Whoo! Good job, opponent. I gotta tell him, you're my favorite. You're my favorite opponent so far. Alright, well, draw for turn. Got a Saga. Alright, well, Cavern naming, I guess, Giant. It's kind of questionable. When in doubt, I like to name Giant just because having enough green sources for Titan is extremely relevant. And here's map. We got a really crazy start here. Really crazy. Let's see if our opponent has a equally crazy start. We probably just have the turn 3 triple Titan, attack with all of them, double strike all of them, do all the crazies, Thanks to the fact that we can float with Saga before we sack it. Our opponent has turn 2 Dryad. How cute. How cute. Mainboard Dismember. Even if that were the case, it would not matter. Alright, we'll go to draw step. We'll float the mana in our main phase here and let this resolve. We'll go get 3rd Amulet. We will crack our map. Oh, we even drew the Growth Chamber, so I guess we didn't need to crack map, but whatever. 2nd Growth Chamber, why not? No yields, so we don't need to worry about that. We'll float some manas. I wonder if we're gonna run into problems because we got the Growth Chamber in hand here. I don't know. Anyways, we will pick up the Cavern, I suppose. Just leave maximum amount of mana in play. I guess it's free to play Dryad as well. Play a Growth Chamber. Just kind of going off over here. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it at all. Are we playing around a main board Pact of Negation? I don't think so. We could, but I don't think we need to. We'll use all of the green and leave some blue floating so we can transmute pretty easily. We'll say yes. And here, just to make sure we have enough growth chambers in decks, we'll get Sanctuary and Tolari West instead. Now we just gotta go through the tedious floating all the mana and all that stuff. No big deal. We'll pick up the T-West, transmute it, get another Summoner's Pact. We'll cast the Pact. We even have triple white floating, so we can get Valcut and Slayer Stronghold and still be able to haste if we leave all of the white mana floating, which is pretty cool. We'll get Tolari West and Simic Growth Chamber for value. This is a pretty good turn 3, I think. Above average, I suppose you might say. Of course, we want to float all the mana here because we're going to leave the white mana floating and use that to haste. So this is getting a Summoner's Pact, which is getting a third Primeval Titan, and we stop at 3 because we can't haste more than 3 anyways, so might as well stop there. We'll again leave the white floating. Triple white is exactly enough to haste our Titan, all 3 of them, off of Valakut and Slayer's Stronghold. Nice. So we want all of the strongholds on the bottom, I guess. Our opponent just scoops it up. They see the writing on the wall, considering lethal is already in play. So, game 2. I have to admit, turn 3 triple Amulet Titan, our opponent, is pretty good in the mirror. Pretty dang good. Obviously, we want the Forces and the Foundation Breaker. We want the Pact. We want the Ghost Quarter. Piddly Needle probably doesn't do anything relevant. And Dismember is alright, but I generally like to be on the board. On the draw, maybe Dismember is a little bit better, but generally I find myself losing with Dismember in hand because our opponent just resolves a Titan and the Dismember doesn't really do anything relevant, so I'm going to try not bringing the Dismembers. That's what I did in the last match against Titan as well. So in this matchup, we can trim the Cavern, as I'm not playing around our opponent having a Pact of Negation. If they got it, and we'll lose, and I'm fine with that. We can trim an Explorer. We can trim a Grazer. We can trim a Summoner's Pact, but probably not too much on the Pacts. I think Pacts are really good in general, to be honest. We can trim the Radiant Fountain, as we're unlikely to be able to substantially gain enough life to matter. And yeah, we just hit submit. Cool, cool. We have a double Amulet draw. Again, a bounce land for this hand is fantastic. We even have a Talari West that we can potentially transmute. I think we're supposed to keep this. We gotta get lucky and spike a bounce land in the top 2 or 3, which we're only about 40% to do. So, the vast majority of games, this hand will kind of just flop, but bounce land? Not quite, but if we play Talari West, then next turn we can play Amulet Garenbrig Grazer and put a land into play if we find it. So I guess that's marginally better. I mean, I'm kind of inclined to hold on to the Talari West so that we can transmute it and not have to pick it up, but our opponent has double Saga Amulet. So we're about to get turn 3 Titan here. Not quite the same, unless they draw another Amulet, but alright, we have Titan. Well, here's the Amulet. Here's Garenbrig. And I guess we just play Amulet and pass, as the Grazer will be plus a lot of mana if we do top deck a bounce land. See if our opponent can kill us this turn. Aren't Amulet Mirrors fun? Either we're dead or we're not. Looks like we're probably dead. Bounce land. Oh, no, wait, they Expedition map for it. So I guess if they have Azusa or Grazer, then we're still dead. There's the Growth Chamber, of course, the bounce land that they're searching for with the map. They're doing something very similar to what we did in Game 1, actually. Just one less Amulet. Because we were just a tiny bit luckier. Well, if they leave the Growth Chamber in play at the end of all this, then we can Vesuva their Growth Chamber, perhaps. I guess it would have been technically correct to play the Grazer out, so that if they did have Titan here and they went for the double haste, double strike thing, they couldn't actually kill us because we blocked 3 of it. There's Azusa. Okay, looks like we're probably just dead. We'll make sure our opponent doesn't have any of the important lands like Vesuva, Slayer Stronghold, Boros Garrison, or Sunhome in hand when they do all the searching and all that. And then if they just have it, they have it. Not much we can do about it. Of course, after we lose, we're going to draw the top card to see if we would have hit the bounce land. We can even explore into a second card just to see if we have a bounce land under the top 2 cards. So we'll draw 2 cards and see. As clearly with Grazer, Dryad, and Azusa, we have tons and tons of mana to easily get Titan into play. They play Dryad. They play Stronghold. Here's Titan. So they did have Stronghold in hand, but they happen to have enough land drops for it not to matter. It's great. And I'm not even being ironic when I say that. That's awesome. And now I'm pretty sure we're just straight up dead. They could even get double Valakut, haste, attack, get 2 lands, and then we'd be taking 8 plus a bunch of Valakut triggers. So they get Boros Garrison and Vesuva. Interesting. That works, I suppose. Haste Dryad also. Come on. Do it. This doesn't leave enough lands in play for them to Valakut us. Interesting. They're going for the double strike kill here, it looks like. Makes sense. It's the fastest and the least amount of triggers, so we'll let them show us the Sun Home, and then that will be that. We're on the concede button, ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Sun Home and something else? Looks like I didn't time it quite right. They'll put the Sun Home in now. No? Okay. During this part, Fran likes to do the little circus meme. Alright, they showed us a Sun Home, and that means we're dead. Cool. Again, sideboarding. Yeah, I mean, I still don't think we want to change anything. I guess if we had spiked Force the Vigor off the top, we would have been able to win that game pretty crazily. But, regardless, nothing like a good old coin flip to end the league here. At least we're on the play. This hand is not it. We're definitely mulliganing that. Turn 1, Saga Amulet. Snap, keep. And if our opponent has Force of Vigor, then I guess we just get owned. We're definitely keeping this. Sun Home goes on the bottom pretty easily. Now, if we wanted to play around Force of Vigor, we could lead on Garenbrig instead and go turn 2 Amulet, Garenbrig, turn 3 any ramp spell lets us, like any +1 ramp spell lets us Titan, so Azusa or Grazer. I ain't no coward though. We are not playing around Force of Vigor. Get out of here. It's only 2 of, or maybe 3 of, depending on the list that they're playing. Don't need to worry about it. Who worries about Force of Vigor? I definitely don't. Draw. Second Amulet, you say? We'll play that one. Here's at Garenbrig. Are we going to just triple Amulet our opponent again? That would be pretty fair, to be honest. I mean, there's nothing unfair about that, right? Oh me, oh my. Our opponent is currently thinking, dang, I'm in a lot of danger. Oh, they have double Amulet themselves. Are we just getting double Amulet comboed on turn 2 here? They just play Grazer or Azusa, play Titan, double strike, double haste, double strike, and game? We'll see. Play a Dryad, play a Dryad. No, it's Azusa. We're actually just losing on turn 2 when we have the turn 3 nuts. No! Hopefully they have an important land in hand. That's our only hope here. They have the Garrison in hand. That might be enough to stop them from killing us here, actually. Depending on if they have another ramp creature to play. They leave 3 white floating, get Valakut Slayer's Stronghold, double haste, attack, get Vesuva, Sun Home. I think they can still do it pretty easily here. Because of exactly Azusa. I think that Arboreal Grazer would not have done it. Exactly Azusa lets them get away with this, though. Our opponent is just a better Amulet player than us, clearly. There's still hope that they have Sun Home in hand. Our opponent's going to show us the Sun Home, and then I'm going to put in the chat. I'm gonna pause my yield, put in the chat, clearly I've been bested by the better Amulet player, and then we'll scoop it up. Here's the Sun Home. Yep. Alright. Clearly I've been bested by the better Amulet player. GG's. Our opponent says, clearly. What an awesome opponent. What an awesome opponent. I'm going to show them our hand so they know that we had the turn 3 nuts. Just because I think that they'll love that. Hold on. We don't care about all that. Let's go back to the game. Return to details. No! I hit the wrong thing! They'll never know that we had Titan lined up and ready to go. Oh well. Who cares? We're not here for bragging rights. We still went 3-2, and I am very happy for that. This is Red Face Menace from the very near future after this video was just recorded, and I wanted to pop in to say that in some chatting with my opponent after the match, I learned that we were their last match on the way to the 5-0, and because they got paired against us, they managed to get the 5-0 and the trophy. So anyways, I just thought that would be interesting to mention. super glad to help them on their way to that trophy. And I don't know, maybe we'll see Bob 49's amulet list and the deck dumps for MTGO just very soon on MTG Goldfish. So look out for that. And yeah, back to the regularly scheduled programming. Yeah, I mean, I think this list is very solid. I think that the main board Grazers is probably the way to go in this particular meta. Let me know if there are any changes that you would make. And I don't have much else to say. I will see you guys in the next league. This is Redface Menace, signing off.